Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting review and another Oberfränkisches Landbier. This one is from Brauerei Pfister, located in the town Weigelshofen, and it comes in this Bügelverschluss flasche, which always is a little bit especially interesting for me for several reasons. One is that it's of course a much older flasher bottle type comparing to the crown cap, which came much later. So I'm really glad that some breweries is still keeping this Bügelverschluss, which is a little bit more expensive to use comparing to the more modern crown cap, I believe. But it's giving a really old impression, of course, with the Bügelverschluss. Also, it helps the beer to be kept fresh in another way, and also it's a little bit funnier to open, of course, with a plop. Now, Brauerei Pfister, located in the small town Weigelshofen in Oberfranken, and this is their unfiltered Landbier, having a label that looks like this. Here's the logo of the brewery, Landbier. This is actually an old brewery, old family private brewery, small family brewery, just like many others. Here's the back label, just like many others from Oberfranken. However, the label looks quite modern for some reason. I don't know why they've been modernizing it like this with the font and so on, but it gives a modern impression, the label, but the brewery is old. That's why I'm interested about the brewery. Anyway, let's start with open up the bottle, and I'm gonna give you of course more information later on in the video about this brewery. But let's start with open up the bottle like this. And pour it up into the for the beer style well-fitting glass. Hope I'm gonna create the right amount of foam. In this case, always good to create the right amount of foam, not too much and not too less. But this time I succeed, I would say. Nice 2-finger white foam crown, as you can see, in the very typical unfiltered Landbier color of it, with a pale yellow color of it. Now let's get the aroma, which is really fresh and nice. This is a typical Oberfränkisches unfiltered Landbier, which is not really a defined beer style, but more the typical house beer from each of these small breweries. So it can be pale, it can be more to the dunkel color of it, it can be Bernstein colored, but this is a quite pale, unfiltered Landbier, and you see all the small bubbles also rising up, giving it this a really nice impression. Now let's give it a try, the Brauerei Pfister Weigelshofen unfiltered Landbier, which I believe is their most sold one. Prost. Yeah, this is it's a really great unfiltered Landbier in my opinion. Having the typical, a little bit close to the killer wheel taste since it's also unfiltered, but really great, well balanced, fresh Landbier in my opinion. Of course, a big recommendation. I had big expectations because it's a so small private brewery. This one, Brauerei Pfister. And of course it's also possible to order from the Landbier Paradise web shop, shipped worldwide, and you can order just one bottle if you want to. Anyway, here is the closer look of this label, and I'm gonna read through what it says right here. Unfiltriertes Öko-Landbier, handwerklich gebraut, Landbier Braukultur, site 1848, that's where the year this brewery was founded. Pfister Landbier unfiltriert, Hopfen und Malz aus ökologischem Anbau. That means, of course, the ingredients come from ecological growing areas. Pfister Ökolandbier unfiltriert, wohlschmeckend, süffig und von wunderbar goldener Farbe. Unser Ursprungserzeugnis ist ein typisch fränkisches Vollbier reiner Qualität. Zutaten Wasser, Biogerstemalz, Biohopfen, Hefe. Pfister, Weigelshofen, Brauerei, Landquartier. 91330, Egolsheim, Weigelshofen. 4.9% volume is the alcohol content of this one. And this is a great brewery. Now, I'm gonna show some information from my books about Franconian breweries that I'm having. I can start with this book right here. And here you can see the look of Brauerei Pfister, looking like this. Always interesting to have a look at how the brewery is looking. So this Brauerei Pfister is looking very old and nice, just like many other small family breweries, small old family breweries from the area, especially in Oberfranken. That's the home in Franconia and in the world for most breweries. Brauerei Pfister, Familie Pfister, Gasthof Pfister. Ökologische Bier, natürlich gutes Essen, komfortable Übernachtungen in Egolsheim. Egolsheim, that reminds me of another brewery that is closed down that was called Schwarzes Kreuz, which was very, very small and old, but it's really sad that they had to close down for, according to a friend of mine, very sad sources. It was the health institution that came and made the visit, and it wasn't too modern, that area or that brewery, so they had to close down. Very sad, of course. Anyway, Brauerei Pfister, founded 1848, Biersorten Landbier, Schwarz, Kellerbier, Hefeweißbier, alle nach ökologischen Richtlinien gebraut. Meist getrunken Ökolandbier. Annual output 800 hectoliters, Brauerei Gasthof Pfister. Yeah. Sounds good, of course. Now, I also have another book about Franconian breweries, which is this one right here. And there you can also see Brauerei Gasthof Pfister in Weigelshofen, brewery looking like this. And the information is founded 1848, Stefan Pfister, 800 hectoliters Bio und Bier. Die Biere, die aus der Brauerei Pfister kommen, werden ausschließlich aus ökologisch angebauten Braurohstoffen hergestellt, was man durch das Violensiegel unterstreicht. Den Geschmack tut das allerdings keinen Abbruch. Im Gegenteil, sowohl das Ökolandbier als auch das Öko-Schwarz-Kellerbier und sind super süffig. Zu Weihnachten besteht Stefan Pfister als Öko-Christkind zudem eines feines Öko-Bockbier. Biersorten Pfister Ökolandbier, Pfister Öko-Schwarz-Kellerbier, Naturtrüb and Pfister Öko-Hefeweizen. Seasonal one is Pfister Öko-Bockbier. November to December. Der Klassiker Pfister Öko-Landbier, Gasthof Pfister. Yeah. Of course, really nice impression, this brewery. I also have some information from this brewery's website. We are proud of brewing tradition acquired for over 160 years. We have been a member of the Bioland Association since 1995 and brew our beers according to ecological guidelines. This means that we use barley malt, wheat and hops exclusively from organic cultivation and from Franconian homeland. The history of our brew goes back to 1848. We recorded the most important milestones here. Please take a look at this brewer's website. I'll link to it in the description box below as always. Yeah, that's it for now. That's the Brauerei Pfister, Weigelshofen, Ökolandbier. Hope you like my reviews and see you again in next Franconia review.